Hello, hello, hello. Just like all of the DMs who tend to do this opening, here I am doing this opening. To the surprise of absolutely no one, we continue to live under the floorboards, in your vents, in your walls, just like wonderful tinies we are, in your fridges, in your cabinets, in your couches. Hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi, the cult is back. For a for a Halloween in December special. There is no escape from Halloween.
It's just the nightmare before Christmas. Don't worry.
We're spooky, and it's your problem.
Perfect. So
Ooh.
today, joining me today, because I'm AudioVizual, Toonkind's local bootleg Sableye, that's my shtick and I'm sticking to it. Can my players introduce themselves, and I will set the scene for all of them to figure out what the hell they're doing and why the hell we're here.
Oh boy. Well, hello, my name is Ars of Obsessions, also known as Obby, and today I'm playing my very nervous little dust bunny, Harold. Why is he here? He doesn't know. He doesn't know quite yet. We'll find out soon.
That's me. Hi, I'm Cherry. I'm playing Lester. We're both afraid. Thank you. Goodbye.
Send tweet.
Hi, I'm RJ. I'm playing Bobbin, because God knows we need some adult supervision with these two.
Yeah.
That is exactly why you are here. I looked at this party and I went, this is a good party. This is a great party.
You are You're supervising us.
This is a great party filled with two small children.
Nothing can go wrong with this party. We're here to party. We're here to party.
Goodness.
We're here to party.
We're here to panic. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Cry.
I mean, they...
You know it's gonna be a great horror game whenever everyone starts out laughing.
Audio, I'm so scared. Audio, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. This laugh, it's a response. It's...
Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry about it. So to paint the scene, to paint this mental picture for everyone, to paint in vivid oils that may or may not be melting later, we have the three of you. Oh no, immediately cursed.
No!
Immediately
RJ's
cursed.
internet has perished.
RJ was struck down.
Oh, okay.
The first horror of the game. RJ has been assassinated in the night.
Just killed.
Murdered.
Well, do we have...
Who did it?
We don't have an adult supervision anymore. Uh-oh.
So instead of Bobbin being there, it's just the two of you.
Oh, great. Oh, no.
Good luck!
Oh, no!
You're standing there. Where are you? You don't know.
Oh, thank God you're back.
Okay.
Hello!
Yeah, sorry about that. My laptop's ability to connect to Wi-Fi decided to turn itself off for some godforsaken reason. Lewis, what the fuck?
I can't pat you.
It boarded the plane. So let me paint the scene. It is a familiar sight of our wonderful little unnamed Tinies hobo town. It is very early evening because, of course, for Tinies, the day doesn't really start until everyone in the studio has left or gone to bed, or at least has stopped making things explode. That generally means we're all, at least at minimum, diurnal, if not nocturnal. Good luck fixing your sleep schedules.
Nocturnal bunny.
And
We
through
won't.
our tiny hobo grapevine of the fact that everyone loves to talk to each other unless they don't, it has been going around that, first of all, a bunch of new things has been brought to the studio, specifically into the storage, whether it be old things being brought back out for the holidays coming up, and they're coming. They're sure coming. It's absolutely not after Halloween, almost Christmas, or rather Animus, and past Hanukkah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about
Time
it. We're
isn't
all
real.
good. We're good.
And also new things are being spotted, scattered about with the old familiar things. New things that no one really recognizes as having ever seen before, of course, with the caveat of it being new. And some of these new things could be of interest, which is exactly why PECK, apparently at some point today, loosely, went off to go exploring and mapping out the new part of the jungle gym that is your constantly shifting storage room.
Mhm.
The important caveat to this is PECK apparently went alone.
Oh, okay.
That's literally the first rule. That's the first rule. You don't go alone. You have to have a buddy.
So you all
Fine,
know
don't worry about it.
you all know why you're here now, don't you?
I think so.
We have to locate friend.
God, if only that was a spell.
Locate friend.
Locate friend. Friend has been located.
Are you
Get
sure
an app
about
on your
that?
phone. Locating friend. There is a friend within 5 miles of your location.
Like,
Get
find
over
my
here.
phone, but...
So all of you are starting your day. Presumably, Harold, you have come down from your tower on Yun High.
For once.
For once. And so what are you guys doing in order to prepare to go out to go hunt down this peckneck?
Oh god, what isn't Harold doing to prepare?
Prepare? I wish I knew what that meant. Anyway.
Prepare.
God.
Listen, Harold is just a nervous dust bunny. He's making sure he has many weapons and has snacks to take on the road in his hammer space. he's very nervous.
I mean, if you need help gathering snacks and preparing, then Lester's here to help you.
Yes.
I don't think he can do anything on his own.
Yes. Yes.
A question for Bobbin. Is Bobbin taking their familiar, basically, essentially? That's what it
Yes,
is?
Bobbin will be bringing the servo.
Excellent.
Nice.
Oh shit, wait, it is getting cold.
So, I would like everyone to roll survival.
Here we go.
Ah, boy, here we
Oh,
go.
hey, boy.
Because you have to, know where you're going and all of the things and such, and have some sort of idea, presumably, in the direction PECK would have gone.
Know where we're going, such that we do. Well, Harold knows, probably.
Harold with his nat 20, our beloved.
Bobbin doesn't. That's supposed to be a +3.
Ah, yes, a euro.
5.
+2 euro.
That is a pound sign, thank you very much.
Or whatever it is, I don't know.
I don't...
I'm just a little
know
Obby,
what
I'm an
these
American.
symbols are.
It's literally my currency.
I'm sorry.
So, the children are back at it again with the white vans. With Harold rolling a nat 20 and Lester rolling a rather impressive 13 that becomes a 16 with that modifier. Harold, you have been anxiously watching all of these things be moved around in the storage, presumably by someone such as the god Larry. who makes a habit of, organizing the storage room, and I feel like you would make yourself constantly aware of this man's presence for no particular reason, right?
Yeah, no particular reason. It's fine, don't worry about it. I feel like Harold pulled out a tiny little map that he's been making. And is just staring down at it.
Perfect. And Lester, you tend to know the outskirts better than the average tiny child for various personal reasons. So it makes sense that the two of you are doing. Bobbin, you don't tend to leave your workshop a lot, I feel, besides, doing adult things.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm guessing the order you guys end up going is basically, Harold kind of leading the way with his little map and presumably some toonishly tiny, binoculars just, pressed up against his face, making his eyes look really big and pop out a little.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know those teeny tiny little jars for art stuff? It's those.
Amazing. Taped together.
It's those and they're tied together.
Perfect. Of course, Harold, rolling such a good survival, you are the first to notice whenever you start to fade from the familiar into the unfamiliar, and your surroundings begin to just shift a little. Everything is a lot taller than you're used to, boxes and boxes stacked on each other. Nothing is labeled or organized besides scribbled on notes and perhaps afterthoughts of tags or half open and their contents spilling out. And everything fades from the usual slight hustly-bustly sound of your guys' cute little hobo town into a more quiet, with just the faint murmurs behind you and the hum of the building around you, and the even fainter sounds of what few staff of Dodo Studios is left are making outside of the storage room.
Cool. Great. Harold is on high alert. The ears are up. They are turning about like satellite dishes.
Is anyone else doing anything? Or would you guys also like to roll things such as perception or insight on each other, etc., etc.?
Perception and stealth
I
would
do
be
want
nice.
to ask if we could roll perception. Thank you.
Yeah,
Perception and
perception. I wish my rolls were better. And then stealth. Oh my god. You don't need an 18 for this one, Bobbin. Bobbin.
Jesus, Harold.
Harold is stealing everyone's
Harold!
luck. That just
He
means
does this.
that just means he's going to be going through it, I feel.
Okay.
Hold
He
on.
sees. Oh my god. An 8
All
in
right.
stealth.
The pattern continues of Harold is good at everything but
We're
stealth.
doing stealth too then.
Okay, so we've got 15, 15, and 22 for perception, and then 26, 8, and 17 for stealth.
Amazing. I'm loving the high-low in-between habit we're probably going to end up making here.
This is fine.
I'm just picturing Harold's trying to be stealthy, but he's still not used to being as big as he is, so he's hiding behind things and his ears are sticking out.
He's like,
Amazing.
you know that gag where they hiding behind a lamp pole?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So Lester and Bobbin with your 15s. The area does seem a little unsettling. If only because of the fact that, no one has really gone in the direction you guys are going in. presumably because it is a slightly more trafficked area for Biggs moving things in and out and around for using your room for its intended purpose, of course, of storage, which means it's not exactly tiny friendly. So it's unsettling in that way, where this is not necessarily a area you guys have retrofitted for your needs. It's hostile architecture, my beloved. And you guys are walking just on the ground and stuff?
Yeah, probably.
For now.
Although Harold is kind of like keeping his eyes more in the upper parts of this area because pecking fly.
Pecking fly.
Pecking fly. They are not bound by your limitations.
By the limitations of being on the ground.
The limitations of not having corporeal form.
Harold, with your 22 and the fact you are looking up, everything... Is the ceiling taller than it used to be? No. I mean, you're tiny, but you're not that tiny. It's just from all the boxes. You're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is normal.
Everything is not fine. Everything is not normal. Harold is very quietly panicking inside his tiny but dusty body. Because Lester's here, he's pretending not to be.
And your guys' stealth thus makes sense. It is dark in the storage room, so Bobbin almost seems to blend into the other shadows, just slipping into the light more than anything, and then slipping back out. Harold being so very nervous and on edge. Does he have any nervous tics that would make noise?
Do you know, like, the little foot thumpies? Oh. He's just starting to, like, do it subconsciously.
Amazing.
Less little dust pats.
Sending up little clouds of dust, of course. Dusty boy. And Lester, you're doing very admirably. Yeah, that's English. You know, you're used to traveling around the edges and the fringes, just, you know, here and there, and you're a very, actually pretty capable little tyke affectionate. So you guys are just moving right along. There doesn't seem to be any Biggs, of course. This is the prime time of night where it seems that God goes to bed, and no one really likes bothering God, so... So you guys are moving fairly smoothly, with Harold leading the way very anxiously, but trying not to hide it. Based on how anxious he is, Obby, do you think you need to have him roll anything, or are you just gonna keep rolling with he's trying his very best?
He's gonna have to roll deception to look not scared.
Another nat 20. I think he's fine. I think he's doing great. I think he's perfectly
My
fine.
kingdom for calm emotions.
He has his chest held high. He's walking with power and confidence that he must surely have.
Surely.
Lester's like a little bit nervous, and then he sees, oh wait, Harold's doing fine. There's nothing to be afraid about.
Inside the mind of Harold, there's so much to be afraid of.
Amazing.
I think being that Bobbin is like walking where one of the shadows would be, having to dodge the foot thumpies every so often. There's doubt that Harold is as composed as he is purporting himself, but
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Around you, noticeable even to Bobbin and Lester, the room seems to groan a little, like old pipes moving in the walls and under the floors. Almost like a moaning.
Oh, okay.
That is in fact concerning. Okay, well.
And there's the faint rattling of the vents.
This is okay. We can... Don't ignore it. We're fine.
I feel as though that is not something we should just ignore.
It's just a little noise.
Is this exchange happening in character?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Apparently. Okay.
Harold is whispering, even though I can't whisper in his voice.
Bobbin taps the mask. We can leave it be for now.
If it becomes a problem, we'll know.
Tap. Exactly.
You guys...
Okay, that's fine. We can do that, yep.
Harold strangled noises. You guys move from this seemingly endless passage or hallway of boxes into what seems to be a lot of antiques and old things and small sets, you know, like the models that they'll do for whenever they have to do big scenes, but doesn't actually want to do big scenes, so they make them really small. There are a few of those scattered around. You can see them sitting on the lips of tables and other boxes. A lot of things seem to be covered in either a fine layer of dust or long white sheets. Ahead of you, there appears to be a large leather and wooden trunk that is open.
Hate that.
And are you walking by it? Are you slowing to look at it? What are you doing? Are you looking around the areas?
I think Lester is very interested in all this new stuff, and also very interested in looking for his friend. So, look under every rock, you know? Here we go.
Perhaps we should get a higher vantage point. It would make looking about the place a bit easier, I suppose.
Yeah, let's... Sure.
Tap the mask. Agreed, but Harold, watch where you step unless you want to get any taller.
I'm aware. I am aware of this fact. I don't want to grow. Actually, hold on.
That's a nat 1.
That's a fumble.
Fumble. All right, let me roll the d20. All right, Harold, what did you pull out? Harold pulls out, you know, like the Monopoly pieces. The one that's like a little metal top hat. Oh my god. He pulls out that. He goes, "Oh, that's not what I meant," but and then he puts it on. Then he's gonna go digging around in the hammer space again. All right, that works. Harold pulls out like a little pair of like knit mittens and little booties.
Everybody
so that he
remember to
can
wear
walk
your
and pick
PPE.
up things without getting dusty.
That's adorable.
Yeah, so cute.
Harold has many knit things. Many.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get up higher. Can I, like, look for...
That's not a fumble. Okay. A rope of climbing physics out the floor.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Demon clips up into the...
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm keeping this bit. It's great.
Cher, I'm gonna guess that Lester was gonna try and find a good place to climb. You can
Yeah.
still do that, but obviously having a rope will make that a lot easier.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Climb.
Should I do a perception? Another perception then?
Probably a perception or investigation.
Well, one of those is significantly higher than the other. 16.
Yeah, 16's good. 16 is very good. So some of your immediate options is a stack of boxes, which is stacked where all of the boxes are slightly off. So it makes it very tall, but it also gives you a sort of step with each box. There are 3 boxes. There's also the trunk, which presumably, with how it is propped open, you could scramble up to the lip of it, and then potentially climb up the lid to the top of it. There is also, on the other side, another stack of boxes, but they're under a table. So there's 2 boxes and then a table, and there's things on the table. You can't see because you are very short.
Yes, we are very short.
We are very small, and we have no money.
I think Lester would immediately go for the first set of boxes, the one without the table. I mean, are those, like, above the, could I see above the table and everything if we got up there?
Yes.
Neat.
Right, boxes it is.
Boxes. And hop on the boxes.
So, Bobbin, I'm guessing you kind of huck the rope, or the rope does its magic hucking to the top of the boxes.
Yep.
The
And then
rope
it
is
puts
yoked.
knots in itself for climbing. So we now have advantage on our climb checks.
Yes. That is probably either athletics or acrobatics if you can shoot it.
I would love to use
well.
acrobatics instead of my athletics.
Yeah, one of these is a positive, one of these is a negative.
Same here.
Well, I'm gonna be
Oh.
nice and let you use the better one.
Okay. Good, because that would have been a 1 otherwise. A natural 1.
Lester,
Oh
please.
boy.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
No shit, that's 5 or 5, not 10.
As your DM, I have to inform you, the DC was an 11.
Oh.
So, Lester makes it.
So,
Barely.
Lester makes it. Apparently struggling. I am going to say that the boxes are very dusty, which makes them surprisingly slick in a way. And it's hard to get your feet under you if you try and use the box in any way to climb. Almost as if you can't get traction.
Yeah.
And Harold, you are just getting covered in dust everywhere except your hands and feet.
Yeah. Harold is trying so hard, but oh, this is inevitable, isn't it? Oh, he's gonna
I'm
grow
not sure
again.
Bobby even
Oh,
got off the
no.
ground. We try again.
Yes, you can try again.
It's better. That's much better.
I can
Lester
agree to the top
just-
and pull you up, at least Harold.
We'll take that 17.
That's a lot better.
little bit better than a 4.
Yeah. Like, Harold got halfway up and then is just stopping. Because this is... He has to think.
If Harold stays on the rope, we can pull him up with the rope.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
let's pull him up.
Would you mind pulling me up?
Yep. I imagine that's string?
Yes.
Actually, no. You can just grab the other end of the rope and command the bottom end of the rope to come up here, please.
Oh, okay, cool.
Elevator.
Yeah.
Just very slow, almost slurping noises.
Sure.
Just
the sound of elevator music in the background.
Yeah, the camera's just fixed on Harold as Harold just slowly and like in segments just goes up across the camera.
The bird from Ipanema plays in the background.
The scene lasts like a solid minute of it just staring at you, occasionally blinking.
You've done it. You've done my box puzzle. You are now on top of a box. Several boxes.
We're on the box. We're on the boxes.
We did all the boxes.
Huzzah!
All the boxes.
You
What's
are
on the box?
approximately 30 inches off the floor, if I'm guesstimating correctly. We're just gonna use guesstimates.
Nice.
Okay.
30 whole inches.
Each box is
Unless
10
you're
inches
staying away
tall.
from the edges.
So, what are you gonna do now that you're on top of this box?
I want to look in the other box.
Look around. It's time for perception.
Oh, for fucking...
All of the shadows are covered in dust, including Bobbin.
Yeah, no wonder the cat fucking see then.
Got a 14 for Harold.
Wait, that needs to... 7.
So with an 8, a 7, and a 14, Bobbin, you are trying to wipe dust off of yourself and, clean a section of the floor, pulls out rags, scrub, squeaky noises.
Mm-hmm.
In some sort of vain attempt of improving your ability to see, I feel like, Harold, you have to, take a second, because it's, I'm also covered in a lot of dust, so just shake, and you're spreading more dust onto Bobbin, creating a wonderful cycle, even as you are trying to at least keep an eye out for danger.
Danger. It's around every corner.
Lester, I'm gonna be really nice and say that you distractedly notice that there is a small music box, small being relative here, on top of the box with you.
There's a box.
Okay. Thank you for being nice.
Also, Harold, you notice the music box too. It has horses on it.
Oh.
Is it a kind of music box that's actually a box you can open and there's stuff in it?
It's the kind of music box where you wind it up and it pops open, and presumably there's something inside that moves around.
Oh, this could be a very bad idea. No, I don't think he'd do this. I don't think he... No, he's ignoring that one.
Well, Harold's approaching it because, ooh, thing.
Oh.
Ooh, thing.
Does this mean Bobbin can finally actually be able to see now?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes. Harold moves away and your vision magically clears.
Tap the mask. Harold, what'd you find?
There's a music box here. And Harold is gonna try to climb onto it and look at it. He's just basically looking over to see if there's anything that he can collect.
Mm-hmm. Remind me how tall Harold is again?
Harold is I want to say 4-ish inches.
Awesome.
He's big.
So
He's big.
You and the music box are about the same size.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, Bobbin can stand on it without crouching. Amazing.
So you're doing a little investigation. Is anyone else also going to investigate this?
Yeah. This is Bobbin's jam. They make these.
Can Harold, could you haven't put me on top of it?
Woo! We take those.
Yeah. Oh, that's
a
just
fucking
really cute.
25, baby!
Harold picking up Lester and putting Lester on top of the music box.
Yes, this is a music box. Lester got a 3, by the way.
Tears streaming down my face. Oh, Lester.
3, 12, 25.
I feel like, Lester, yes, this is absolutely a music box, and yes, you are suddenly about 4.5 inches taller than you used to be a minute ago.
You.
Don't let this power go to your head.
Oh, it won't. Oh, he's scared.
Harold, you can tell that this is a sort of turnkey. Have key. Insert key into music box. Turn, turn, turn. Music box go brrr.
Brr.
No, don't go burr. That's not very musical.
It can be. Don't worry about it.
Bobbin, with your 25, you actually have a very good idea of what sort of music box this is. It's general construction, probably something similar to what you would have made in the past, and the key is inside of the music box, and from doing a little investigaty, you can tell that the only reason it isn't playing right now is because it appears to be locked somehow. There are also, just to give you guys a description of this music box, it is sort of like a big top circus themed music box. There are horses going around almost like a carousel in between open tent flaps that are engraved into the lid with the color inset into the metal lid and bottom. Small balls that are meant to look like, perhaps juggling balls make up the feet and lift it off the floor slightly. And the whole thing appears to be rather well made.
Bobbin is gonna relay this information, but put emphasis on the fact that it is locked.
Perhaps we can try
could
unlocking it.
I'm
Oh, I'm gonna roll hammer space.
You're gonna try unlocking it?
Yeah. Harold is like pulling out his needle.
Tap the mask. Hold on. If it's locked, it might be locked for a reason.
Yeah. I maybe it's good that this thing is locked.
That is a fair point.
How heavy
It could
is
be
Lester?
very loud also. It could be very loud.
Well, if it's not wound, it won't make any music. So I think we're going to be fine in that regard.
Do you know if it's wound or not?
I think Bobbin would be able to tell.
It is
25.
wound.
Oh!
Tap. It's
Oh.
wound. Let's
Oh.
not open it.
Never mind. Let's ignore that then.
How heavy is Lester?
What?
Oh no.
What? What? Wait, repeat that? Wait, repeat that?
How heavy?
How in your approximate guesstimate, with Lester standing on top of the lid, how much does this small boy weigh?
Not a lot. Like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's 2 inches tall. Do you expect him to weigh much? He's a little buggy
He probably
boy.
weighs more than Harold.
He weighs more than
He
Harold.
definitely weighs more than the shadow.
Lester is
Wait.
unfortunately the heaviest member of the party.
And it's not. It's not the heaviest. It's not a high thing to beat, but also it's not very good.
Mhm.
It is a low bar.
It's a
So,
low
like,
bar.
Maybe a
Ever
gram.
picked up like a pom pom?
Yeah, maybe like a gram, half a gram.
How much do you weigh? What, how much do you feel like I weigh? What, like a couple of grapes? Whatever that is.
Bitch.
Lester, under your feet, you can feel the faint sort of feeling of machinery moving under your feet.
Oh.
Oh no.
Tap the mask. Off the box.
Yeah, no, off, and she's just like pushing. No, go, okay, go. I don't want to be doing this thing anymore. No, let's go.
So are you
just back away
You guys are
slowly.
on top of a box. There is a music box. There is also a lot more, but it's not on top of the box, unfortunately.
Hmm. What else is there to see? That is the question. I think Harold is gonna go closer to like the edges of the boxes and like try to just peer around the room in general for anything of note or interest.
You didn't mention there was like a big
Like specifically maybe the table. The table was mentioned and there were things on top of the table that we could not see because we were below the table.
Basically, to further in from where you guys came in next to the box, so on the same side as the box, there is a open trunk that is propped against another table behind it. And across from you guys, there is 2 boxes that are under a table, and then a table with something on top of it, among various things on top of it. That's your immediate area.
Cool. I kind of want to find out what's in that big box.
So what's in the trunk?
Yeah.
Want to see what in trunk, but also fear trunk.
Trunk is open.
Trunk is open.
Trunk open.
It is open.
Trunk open. Let's look. Like, let's look. Can I speak?
You can look over the edge and look into the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let's get a peeky peek at that. Peeky peek.
Fucking 18 to peeky peek into the trunk.
Peeky peeky.
13 from the kids.
Min max game only. So, the two kids, you guys have been dealing with a lot of, yes, people have been falling from a lot of heights lately, so you're a little nervous to look over the edge, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
For fear of some sort of divine intervention sending you tumbling into the depths. But you can tell that this trunk is, you could probably fit a good percentage of Hobotown into this trunk. It is a big trunk.
Big.
And there are small forms laying side by side by side by side by side in this trunk. And they are covered by a very thin, almost tissue paper or cheesecloth-esque covering. There's only one thing in the trunk specifically, not in the lid of the trunk. I can describe that as well. It's not a lot. There's only one object in the trunk that is uncovered. It is a very small baby head with no body attached.
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this.
Bobbin, with your 18, you can tell that the silhouettes covered by the pale, almost lace-edged cloth are bigs. They're dolls. They are approximately 18 inches and smaller. And they're all lying side by side by side to each other, covered by the cloth, presumably to protect them from the dust and such. And there is a disembodied baby head just sitting in it. The top of the trunk on the inside, the lid, has what appears to be doll clothes strapped to it. The room around you is very quiet.
The mask. I don't think we should mess.
I was also thinking the same thing, because that, and Harold points to the
baby
points to the freaking baby head. That is concerning.
Nope. Let's there's gotta be something else we can look at, right? Nope, not that.
Yeah, let's. Harold's just gonna start going over to anything else.
Yeah, no, let's we move away from this edge of the box.
Anything else? I don't care where it is. I don't care what it is. Harold's gonna look at something else. Anything else?
We're done perceiving. Thank you.
Do you guys want to look at the table across the way then?
We
Yes.
sure do.
18. Thank you.
Now Bobbin is low rolling as well.
Harold is trying to look away, but
12.
oh god, the baby head. It's
Harold,
there.
you have
It's
found
staring
your
into his
gaze
soul.
fixed upon this baby head with its pale eyes, seeming almost to, like a trick of the mind, look up and stare at you as you stare at it. And
The ears are tilting back.
In this, Harold, you notice that unlike everything else in the trunk, that baby head is completely dust-free. It is uncovered in dust. There is not a single granule of dust on that baby head. It is so very squeaky clean.
We'll get back to Harold panicking over that in a second. Let's hear what everyone else saw.
Bobbin, presumably, torn. I feel like your attention is slightly torn between keeping an eye on Harold, who is stuck gazing upon thine baby head, and Lester, who is trying to find another route to go, which is probably part of why you rolled averagely. You can tell that to get across the way to the other side in order to avoid going over or around or through the trunk, it is the two boxes under the table. The table has a very large dollhouse on top of it. And this
dolls? Why did it have to be dolls?
The dollhouse is big enough that all of you, including Harold, could enter comfortably. Harold would probably have to put his ears down, though. But this dollhouse is taking up most of the table. There is, however, a thin sort of path you could take in front of the dollhouse, where it is essentially the lip of the table. And Lester, you see all of that. And you also notice that in the dollhouse, it seems to have some sort of mirror or perhaps a trick of the light or some sort of mechanical bauble that could put off light, because you think for a second you see something. But just as quickly as you see it, it's gone. Maybe it's PECK.
Yeah, is there movement?
It's sort of like movement, yes. Like someone passing in front of the windows inside the house.
I would like to relay that, please, and thank you.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have any dust. Why does it not have dust? Does somebody just put that there?
Maybe.
Harold is still looking at the baby head like.
Approximately how far away is the dollhouse?
In tiny standards, probably something like 20 feet, which in big standards is like, in hot, loose, and fast conversion, something like 2 feet.
Okay. Bobbin is gonna there's like a little pause, and then the servo pops out the ground and starts heading toward the dollhouse, while Bobbin, meanwhile, puts a hand on Harold's foot, like, it's okay. It's alright.
Aww.
We should probably move past the baby head. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. It's just a thing.
Okay, Bobbin just did a nice job of calming Harold down, and then Lester did the opposite. Because now all Harold can think about is, oh god, the baby head is gonna do something now.
God. Pat on the foot. Look at me. It's gonna be fine.
Yep. Just looks down at Bobbin, takes a deep breath, stiffly turns around and starts facing the dollhouse like, okay. Nervously glances over his shoulder to see if it moved, and then looks back. Okay.
Do me a favor.
Oh no.
Roll me a d2.
Oh no.
Oh,
What?
Lord.
Oh no.
Two.
That's a 2.
The baby head is still there.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Neat. That's not
Okay.
something we're gonna worry about.
I have. Can I roll insight on Harold real quick? I want to see if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Studio's
You
haunted,
can.
lads.
19. Okay, yeah, no.
Nervous. Nervous. I'm not even rolling
Uh,
deception. He's nervous.
Okay, how about we close the lid then? That way, if anything happens, then it can't get out. You don't have to look at it.
Harold looks down at his tiny dust arms. I don't know if I'm strong enough for that.
Bobbin will cast Mage Hand.
Let's close it, please.
It just waves at Harold.
just looks at Bobbin.
Yeah, how far is the reach on your mage hand? Give me the download really quick.
It's 30 feet. It's 30 feet. I don't know what that is in tiny size.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
30
enough.
feet.
That's enough.
Okay.
I'll say that's enough.
Cool.
How much can you push with it?
You can 10 pounds. 10 pounds.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. That'll at least get it going.
Yeah.
So does your mage hand look like anything in particular? Is it invisible, etc., etc.?
It's a little shadowy hand. With actually fairly realistic looking proportions, more like if it were a real kind hand than a toon hand. It's got like 5 fingers and everything.
Ooh.
Well, that's not horrifying at all. Everyone.
Fingies.
Bobbin, your mage hand sort of floats over to the corner of the trunk and pushes. And you all watch as this nice, heavy wood and leather trunk lid swings and lands home with a very loud and echoing thunk. And a cloud of dust goes up.
Hide.
Yeah.
Hide.
No,
Hide.
No, going.
Hide.
Okay. What's the servo's stealth? Oh, it doesn't have stealth.
Uh-oh.
It's a 4.
Mhm.
Bobbin, on the other hand, I forgot the exclamation mark. That's fine.
Oh God.
Above 20. 25. I think the servo by this point has probably reached the dollhouse.
Yeah.
Probably has its nice little feet wrapped around a sort of gate that is around the bottom of the house, just sort of perched there watching you guys. You know, like it's not watching this shit show. So
I feel like
Lester,
Harold grabbed onto Lester
amazing.
and then ran to hide.
That's a good thing because I did roll a 10.
Well,
No, I was thinking that Lester probably would have been like, ah!
Oh, maybe.
Because it was sudden.
You know, Bobbin just melts into the shadows and the dust.
Yep.
The fucking 25.
Harold, for a second, you turn into a very small dust ball that is behind Lester. Lester, I guess you like duck and cover under the music box, but you're really just cowering in fear behind it. And the moment passes. So I made a joke of Lester just cowering in fear behind the music box.
Okay.
Yeah. And the moment passes, And I'm guessing you all wait for a very, very long minute to see if anything happens.
Yeah.
Around you, the room is so very, very, very quiet, except for the quiet rattling and groaning of the vents and the pipes and the walls where you can't hear it, where you can't see it. You can hear it. And the very, very quiet sound of the music box, unable to release its mechanisms, just sitting there and clicking.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Bobbin, mentally, that's bad for the internals.
I'm gonna roll perception for my boy. Just because he would.
I think Lester's like holding his breath.
9! I'm just picturing that Harold had squished himself flat and was underneath the music box.
Okay. Bobbin would also roll perception, so that's a dirty 20.
I'll do that too.
Dirty 20. So far as either of you can really tell, Bobbin to much more certainty than Harold, and I'm gonna just say this. I know you're rolling, Cherr, but you can keep rolling so you can get an idea of what Lester would pick up. Yeah, so Lester and well, not Harold. Harold, you're hiding under the music box, and man, it sure is dark and dusty under there. Bobbin and Lester, with a lot of certainty, with a lot of certainty, the two of you can tell that, so far as you know, there's nothing moving in the area towards you, around you, etc., etc. And while Obby is fixing their internet, we've been going for an hour, so we can take a nice short break, run to the bathroom, take some sippies, have a snacky, etc., etc., etc.
I would like a snacky, thank
Cool,
you.
yeah. I'm gonna go run and grab some food.
Yeah, the internet outage just claimed another. That's fine.
See you guys in a bit.
Alright,
Yeah.
sippy time.
guys so much. I'm reading.
Hello, audio.
I am looking at the chat and catching up with everyone. So you guys see the baby head. Don't you just love the baby head? I see people
Audio,
typing.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, don't worry. It's not the last time you'll see this, friend.
That doesn't make it any better. Can we put something heavier on the box? Can we lock that thing?
You don't know.
Fire!
Burns the studio down. You're all doing amazing. I hope you guys are having fun because I'm enjoying this.
I'm having fun. Hello, Obby. Welcome back from EBDB.
Return. Oh, oh.
Oh, what?
Adjust your sound settings
Voices-
if need be.
The voices got garbled there for a second, but I'm good now.
Welcome back from EBDB.
I returned from the Abby.
I was gonna grab a donut and then it forgot.
Return from
Go
From
go
the
grab a
Oogie Doogie.
donut.
I'm gonna grab
donut.
Since I
Donut.
just forgot, I get to grab a donut. I'll be back.
Donut. Man.
Just so you're
Man.
caught up by the time the other two are back properly. Basically all I said while you were gone is Lester and Bobbin are much more assuredly aware than Harold that there is no one around so far as they can tell.
Neat.
Nothing responded to that closing.
Yeah. Harold's still gonna be on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
Because big noise mean big might come, and Harold is
Mhm.
terrified of big.
Mm-hmm.
I am returned.
Hello.
Welcome back. I have returned as well.
I'm gonna do a quick technical thing.
Soda.
Don't worry about it. Do. There we go. What?
Someone said like soda or something.
Yeah,
heard
Obby
it's-
said soda.
I heard a can open. I thought
Can you guess the type from the sign of the can?
probably not.
Do you want to try?
My
Fuck
first
it,
guess is gonna be Dr. Pepper.
Handshake emoji.
Handshake.
No, it's not Dr. Pepper.
Pepsi. Coke?
Yeah, it is. What kind of Pepsi?
Nice. Either the default Pepsi or cherry is my guess.
Yeah, it's Cherry Pepsi Max.
Ah, yeah, baby.
Cherry soda, good.
I've infiltrated your brand.
Surprise.
Man.
Hello. There.
Hello.
Do you have your
Hello,
donut?
hello.
Yes, I pet my donut. Fuck, I pet my cat.
Get your donut.
You
pet the donut.
No. I pet the cat and I ate the donut. It's no.
Yes, I donut the cat and I pet the soda.
This is a great horror game, you guys.
We're doing amazing.
This is the funniest horror game.
Good.
Liz, don't make fun of me. I'll cry. Do it though.
It
Do
is
it.
a threat.
I mean, isn't there like a fucking donut mushling or something like that?
Ooh,
No.
bad.
I vaguely remember something like that. It's been a while since I looked at Mushy Monsters though.
Oh, snail.
Snail donut.
I
Yeah,
stuffed 2 donut holes in my mouth and just ran back.
It's
I'm afraid to
understandable.
pet my cat.
Snarf.
Understandable. Okay, if we're about ready to get back at it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ready.
so all of you have hidden and waited a moment, a very long, tense moment, and have more or less decided that, or guesstimated, or can safely assume that no one big is being drawn towards your location, so far as you can tell, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of tiny response either. The area just seems as quiet and dead as it had been when you had arrived.
Man, anxious.jpg, that's what Harold looks like.
Lester like slowly peeks his head up or around or from I forgot where he was hiding. He's peeking back out, and his like, antennas are following with him, going out.
First the antenna, then the Lester.
Yes.
I'm just imagining them peeking out and then wiggling.
Yeah.
There's just a shuffle from one of the shadows, and then the head pops out.
Yeah. I was picturing that in order to hide, Harold had like squished himself underneath the music box.
Amazing.
He's a Warren. He can do this.
I'm guessing the ears pop out first? Or is it like snoot and then like wiggle, 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 and then head goes...
It's the latter. It's there's the snoot and then the rest of the head.
Amazing. So you all emerge from your hiding places. You still gonna go for the are you still gonna go for the dollhouse, or are you going to try and traverse the top of the lid now? Because that you've opened a new passageway.
Could we
I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Harold
Okay,
also
never
doesn't
mind
want to go
then.
anywhere near that.
Never mind then. Let's just go. Let's just jump back down to the floor, walk over to the table, and come back up.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Harold just steadily wiggles his way out of underneath the music box. He's like, okay. Destination.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Anywhere else.
Final
Probably setting up the
destination.
rope of climbing.
The vibes are rancid here.
The vibes are terribly rancid. It is time to get off these boxes and to get onto the table.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go down to the floor again and then climb up the table?
E.
Okay.
Do we have to make any rolls?
I could be really mean and make you guys do another set of athletic or acrobatic rolls, or I could be really nice.
If you're mean, there's more chance for funny things to happen.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
How about this? I'll make it optional. That way, we have less of a immediate attempt at people regaining and learning fear of heights and falling from them.
That is fair. I'm still gonna roll.
I'm also gonna roll. We have advantage because we're climbing. Is this to climb down or climb up? Oh, that's good.
Well, you can climb down, or you can try and shimmy, like, you could set it up where it goes across to the table on the other side, and then you have to shimmy across.
Bobbin will put it to the other two. Do we want to go down and then back up, or do we want to just go across? Because the rope will reach that far. It goes 50 feet. 60 feet if you don't knot it.
I feel like going across would be faster.
Hey, can I make, is it allowed, can I make you roll an insight, please, on Lester?
Yeah,
Sure, I could do that.
Just for fun, because it's something I've been thinking about.
Go for it.
Okay, let me
Harold's
save these athletic
insight.
rolls then. Oh, that's good. Bobbin, what's your insight modifier? Nice.
That's a 10 from Harold.
It's fucking 23.
Lester's fine. Harold, Lester's fine. Bobbin, do you remember that one time Lester fell with Abby, and that happened, and he felt like he was going to die, for real?
Wow.
Harold is the only one here without falling related trauma.
He's careful!
Like, he nods and he goes, yeah, we can do that, but he's clearly not on board.
Hilariously, I think heights is one of the only things Harold isn't scared of.
Which is good, considering where his house is.
Yeah, exactly. He lives up high.
But yeah, ever since Lester's been like still going up to high places and just trying to get over that and forget that, and it's not working, but
Bobbin's gonna cast message, so Harold, you don't hear this one. And also, I don't have to count words. Hell yeah. And Bobbin just goes to Lester, you don't have to worry about falling. I have Featherfall, you know.
He like gives him a like look, and then goes, yeah, okay.
Pat on the foot.
Pat on the foot.
And then sends the rope out. That's a fucking dirty 21 for Bobbin.
Nice. Alright, Harold, what do you got? 23!
Nice.
Okay.
Nice!
Bobbin will be sticking close to people just in case they do need to cast Featherfall.
Mm-hmm.
21! Nice!
Nice!
He's like, his antenna goes straight outwards, like to keep his balance. You know how people on tightropes like have the
Amazing.
Amazing. So
I'm just picturing like Harold crossing with like all four limbs. Just like crawling across it.
Just squeegee, 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 squeegee.
Yeah!
Yeah, you, with 2 dirty 21s and a dirty 23, you guys, faced with the idea of falling, but also wanting to take the slightly more, faster way, you all, in your own way, whether it be squeegeeing across or doing sick tightrope, make it across without incident. And now you're on a table.
Cast message at Lester once again. Proud of you.
Oh, okay, that makes him happy.
Okay, hey,
And then
RJ,
pull the rope back across.
Can you mark a inspiration point down on Bobbin's sheet for me?
Yeah. Oh, precious. Yes.
And your servo is sitting on this little, apparently, like, real metal fence, just kind of, chilling. Unless otherwise you feel it's doing something else.
I mean, it was going to scout, and then there was the kerfuffle with the lid, so Bobbin just kind of commanded it to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it would just be set on the fence, and then would, like, hop up to go hop over to the group.
Yeah.
Little birdie.
Imagine there's just like a teeny tiny tinking sound because Harold's like tapping his needle against the metal fence that's made of metal.
There's also a teeny tiny tinking sound as this little bird construct, like, hops. Like, have you ever seen a picture of a crow jumping along a road? Like that.
Oh,
That's
cute!
Get ready for Harold and Servo's hot new album, metal tinking noises and spooky ambiance.
Tink diddly tink tink tink.
Is it look time?
Yes, you can look.
Look
You
time.
can investigate
Look
or
time.
roll perception on the dollhouse.
I'm doing perception.
Which one is that one?
Got a 17 on look.
16 investigation.
Mm-hmm. Harold, is yours perception or investigation?
That was perception.
And Lester, is it
Perception.
investigation or perception?
It's
Okay.
perception.
So Lester, so far, well, let's start with Harold, because Harold, with your 8, darling,
Harold,
beloved, it appears to be a dollhouse. It's a very big dollhouse. Servo is here, and you guys are doing some sick beats.
Beats.
Wait, hold on. I can roll for the servo. I forgot about that. That's an
Servo.
11. It doesn't
Nice.
have a modifier. That's an 11 perception.
The head is averagely empty. It is a dollhouse. It could probably fit inside. You'd want Servo to be careful if they were hopping around. Presumably because most dollhouses are made of wood, paper, and the hopes and dreams of small Victorian children everywhere. But Bobbin investigating, and we'll do you next because you're investigating. Investigating, it appears that there's a door and there's the windows, and it's a dollhouse. It looks like a very drab and dreary sort of Victorian-esque dollhouse. It's got dark shingles with a few of them missing to reveal the sort of flat wood used to roof this building. And the windows are clean, and so are the windowsills. Clean enough you could look inside. The fence is metal, and there's a little sort of fake series of flower beds with black roses and flowers and bright red poppies intermixed with the dark fake foliage. And Lester, you notice all of this as well. Both of you also notice that the door is standing wide open on this dollhouse. And there's a flicker of movement again. Fucking stealing flowers.
You're so fucking valid.
Grab as many as you can.
So because you're just leaning against the fence, I feel like what Harold just starts doing is like he leans over the fence and just starts plucking them. Like, in that whole area of the bushes on the other side of the fence. Go ahead and mark down 3 black roses with thorns. 4 blood red poppies. And as a treat, 1 white daisy.
Aww. The white daisy is in Harold's dust now.
Oh.
And now there is a conspicuous hole in the flower grouping.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
Wait. Harold's still wearing the top hat. The flower's on the top hat now.
I forgot you were wearing the top hat.
His little metal top hat with his little fake flower.
Oh, I love him so much.
Harold, our fucking beloved.
Harold, I love you.
The servo is gonna take this opportunity to hop back into Bobbin's space because, as aforementioned, paper and wood and the hopes and dreams of Victorian children everywhere does not exactly mesh well with metal talons.
Okay. So the door is wide open.
The door is wide open. It is a black door with a silver handle and a silver knocker on it.
Ooh.
I want to
Is it like
slowly
real
take-
silver, or is it like
Just
painted on?
You don't know.
Harold doesn't know.
Bobbin might, but also they've got bigger concerns at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to slowly peek my head around the corner and look in.
Okay. A 19. What's the 19 for?
Stealth.
You are
Oh,
so
yes.
smart.
Stealth would be good, huh? Can I follow suit?
Yes, but it's gonna have to be technically after you peek in.
Oh, okay.
So you look inside.
6.
6. Yeah, no, that fits. And Harold, you are cursed with the Warner tippy toe sound effect as you tippy toe.
Yep.
Inside, the immediate entrance / foyer, there is a dark wallpaper on the walls that is covered in dust and seems to be peeling a little to reveal sort of like paper or sort of like a thin corkboardy kind of wall. And on the wall there is a shield with a coat of arms on it, which is a stylized golden windmill. God bless Harold. Harold's trying to peek around Lester, and it's not working.
It's a Scooby stack.
It's a Scooby stick.
And on the other side, sort of behind the door and next to the shield and around everything, there are lots of very tiny portraits painted in a sort of thick oil-looking paint. And there's like a small table, you know, and it looks like it's set up to be lived in, but it's very clearly never been lived in.
921.
I'll give that. I'll be really nice and I'll give that description to Lester and Harold. Bobbin, you see all of that, and you can tell that the dust here hasn't been disturbed. And so you can make a guess that PECK hasn't been inside. And this foyer leads into a long hallway that splits with a open door on the left and an open door on the right. And ahead, there's a set of stairs, and the hallway also continues back further. And in the darkness, you think you can see something move.
Okay. Harold just had a thought. Can Harold actually go head up back outside and look up at the windows to see if any of them are open?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Do I roll anything or do I just
How dark is it in here?
I'm gonna say that the entire storage room is kind of dim lighting, but we're used to it, so it's more like normal lighting. So it's probably something closer to, it starts as dim lighting, but the further back you go, it gets darker into complete darkness.
Okay. Bobbin is going to cast Dark Vision on themselves.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going to roll investigation for Harold, meanwhile, outside. 4.
There are a lot of windows, buddy.
Sure are.
You aren't even sure if they can open, period. So it's hard to tell if they would open.
Oh my goodness.
Fine. It's
Lester,
investigation.
the power of
look
Larry
at again.
compels you. You catch glimpses up the stairs and the rooms left and right. Catching on to sort of what Bobbin's looking at, even if you don't have dark vision. And we'll get to see what Bobbin sees with that in a minute. But you can tell that the further back you go, the cleaner the house seems to get, the less dust there is. It's just a foyer that has dust. And you can probably guess it's because the door is open.
Okay.
Bobbin, you cast dark vision on yourself, and you see My brain gave me like the video game night vision switches on and now everything's in shades of green. Especially in like the found footage horror games where it's just like
Yeah, fucking Blair Witch Project up in this bitch.
yeah, everything gets a slightly grainier texture. It's the dust. So you look down the hallway again and up the stairs. There is a flicker of something. Like, you know how in night vision and cameras, sometimes like eyes will reflect light or look like just pure white?
Oh, yes.
You see something like that, only one, for just a second, and then it's gone. And that's what's up the stairs, so far as you can tell. And you look down the hallway, and at the very end of the hallway, you can see two forms, tiny-sized forms, sitting slumped against each other.
Squint.
Oh.
Did they look like the dolls in the trunk?
No. They look like two very small, real kind children, but in doll form.
Are they breathing? I'd really have to
Okay,
roll this
with
for breathing.
rolling forward with that 19, can Bobbin start moving across the floor toward that hallway?
Okay.
Like, makes a
yeah,
motion
yeah.
for the other two to stay there, and then starts very slowly moving across the foyer.
Well, if you're gonna have Bobbin look back or something to make sure that the other two are staying,
Harold went outside a little bit ago.
He's been gone for a little bit.
Harold left.
Message at Lester, where's Harold?
He's been around the corner. Should I go after him?
Yes!
Okay.
So, you
Sends
said
Lester around the corner to find Harold, and then goes inside, this time intent on trying to draw the attention of whatever the fuck is in this house to keep it off the kids.
okay, we'll come back to you.
Oh,
Harold,
great.
darling. So you walk around the backside of the dollhouse? Are you doing it going around on walking through the lawn? Or are you going around through the back, walking around on the table?
The lawn, probably. I'm gonna roll stealth for my boy. Alright, Harold, what's your stealth modify? I've already forgotten. Oh, there it is. Boop! That's
Nice.
a 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So you are so stealthy. I hope that doesn't come back to bite Lester for any reason in particular.
Nope, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh boy.
Around the back side of the house, there is a back door, but it is shut and it is locked and you can't see in it. It is pure blackness when you try to look, because there's a very small window. It's stained glass. It looks like a flower of some sort. Perhaps a red tulip or something? You know.
Great news. Harold tries and goes, well, I tried. And
well, see, here's the thing.
Oh no.
Oh.
Against the side of the house, there is a pair of doors, like storm cellar doors. They don't appear locked in any fashion.
Harold?
Harold? Harold, I need you to think before you act.
Harold does like the whole whelp I tried and then notices the other doors and then he makes like the tiny, tiny prayer hands.
Harold, you hear a creaking sound. Very faint, but very noticeable.
Rule number 2, don't go without a buddy. Okay, and Harold is gonna go back to get Lester. This boy
We're
follows
like-
the rules.
We like run into each other around the corner.
Yeah!
Like straight.
Bonk.
Harold turns the corner and Lester disappears into the dust for a second. Whoa, okay, careful.
Harold!
Lester, hi.
Bobbin's
was-
inside.
Okay, well, I was looking around the back entrance for additional doors, and Harold gestures towards first the locked one, and then the one that isn't locked.
Oh.
Can I have both of you make an intelligence check?
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh, just straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
Harold does indeed think.
You
Harold
do
thinks.
think. Man, Lester thinks, that sure is weird, huh? Harold.
This is a thought that crosses his mind so many times a day.
Harold. Theoretically, just theoretically, don't you think it's weird that there appears to be a working set of storm cellar doors on a dollhouse that is almost entirely flush to the table?
Oh.
Where
Harold.
would the basement go?
Harold hates this, Harold hates this, Harold hates this, but oh. I think he's gonna point that out to Lester. And is just gesturing to the doors like, what do we want to do about this? Because
it's probably there's probably nothing in there then, right? There's nowhere for it to.
Lester.
They're probably fake
Lester.
doors, right? No, what?
Harold is gently taking Lester by the shoulders.
What?
You
What?
can't say things like that. You're going to get us jinxed.
Is
You
that
not
how
know
that
the
works?
trope.
You hear a
If you
groaning
say
noise.
something.
What? Hey, how about we find Bobbin?
Yeah. Like Lester had suddenly been moved behind Harold, and Harold has pointed the needle towards wherever the groaning noise
It
is.
appears to be the house. Maybe it's settling.
Lester has his own needle out.
Bobbin.
Mhm.
Bobbin. While the other two are having their moment, you walk towards the end of the hallway? Or walk loosely.
Walk, quote unquote, yes.
So in doing
Shuffle
this,
along the wall.
in doing this, you will pass both the open door on the left and the open door on the right. Do you look at either?
Yeah, they'll glance in.
On the left, it appears to be a sort of like sitting room, sort of like hangout nook, whatever they call it in official housing terms, where there's a fireplace that is covered in soot with a sort of blown out look, like almost like someone put firecrackers in the fireplace, and there's scorch and soot along the floor and the outside of the fireplace. Other than that, it is an immaculate room with lots of books in shelves. Everything's made out of beautiful wood and rich colored fabric, and presumably it would all be very soft and inviting. There's a lovely rug on the floor. Some nice stands, like a little cup on a like tea tray. You know. And then on the right, it appears to be a sort of dining room. There's a long wooden table. All of the chairs are set. The plates are set out, the silver's set out. There's little tiny, perfectly tiny sized wine glasses with some sort of dark liquid in them. And there's more painting on the walls in there. Oil paintings that are in very beautifully carved, frames. And the wallpaper is much easier to tell the designs of here. The sitting room has vines and flowers and what appears to be birds nestled in the branches. And the dining room has more like floral, fleur-de-lis, slightly more on the geometric side. There's not a speck of dust in either room, of course. Do you keep walking?
Right. Yep. They are, they're gonna head for the twin dolls.
Mm-hmm. One is much smaller than the other, and they're leaned against each other. You pass by the hallway. You pass by the stairs in the hallway, pressed against the right wall, sort of like you can take the left and keep going down the hallway or the right up the stairs. The banister is carved, and it also appears to be made out of very nice wood. And the sort of knob on the end down at the bottom is a skull with little birds nesting in the eye sockets.
Of course.
Horrifying. Thank you.
And you pass by it, and whatever the white thing you had seen earlier does not reappear from the darkness that goes up the stairs. And at the end of the hallway, as you reach that point, there are more doors, but they are shut. And there are two dolls. They do not appear to be in any way toons or alive, but they are of what appears to be an older sister and a younger sibling. The older sister has an arm around the younger sibling, and the younger sibling is holding a doll, which is very ironic considering they are dolls. And they're just sitting with their backs against the wall and their feet out in front of them.
Okay. Alright. Do they appear to, like, animate in any form as Bobbin gets closer?
No,
Or are
they look like they're
literally just sitting
sleeping.
there? Okay. Hey, that particular turn of phrase. Oh, right. That's fine.
Okay.
Assuming there's nothing that egregiously grabs Bobbin's attention down the hall, they're gonna double back and head up the stairs.
Okay. I'm going to make the bold assumption of whenever you reach the bottom of the stairs, the other two come tumbling into the foyer. Just,
Wait, what?
The two of you get to come into the house, or be outside of the house if you want, presumably yelling for Bobbin.
Hey, Bobbin.
I was actually thinking Harold was gonna open the door.
Oh, is Harold gonna
You're gonna
open...
go in the basement?
Oh. You're going in the... Okay.
Would Lester try to stop Harold?
No.
Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna go great. It's the consequences of actions. They're coming for us.
Curiosity.
So, for the viewer, the camera splits. You have Bobbin going up the stairs, And Lester going to open the storm cellar doors.
Can I roll, like, I don't know, insight or something to see if Bobbin's fucking these kids are doing something TM sense is going off?
The whole week's been gone for too long.
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
an insight. Roll an insight.
Oh boy! Oh baby! It's going off hard! That's a natural 20!
Bobbin, you start to go up the stairs and you pause as a thought strikes you. Hasn't it been much too quiet for Lester and Harold? Haven't they been gone just a touch too long? Didn't you send Lester to bring Harold back? Why aren't they back yet? It's not a very big dollhouse. Surely you should be able to hear them.
Man.
Are you going to
The
continue going
servo-
up the stairs? Or are you going
The
to...
servo pops out and immediately takes off around the back with the objective of find the kids.
Man.
Okay.
At the same time as Harold opening up the doors to the basement
Mm-hmm.
cellar thing. Cool.
So, Harold, you open the...
Lester is behind Harold the whole time, by the way.
Amazing.
Oh, I was gonna say we're like each opening one part of it.
You know what? That's fair, actually.
He's just as curious. I mean, he's terrified, but he's curious.
Take
Yeah.
equal part in your grim duty. You
Just
both...
open door and immediately duck down and peek in.
So, the two doors open with a loud whining creak, but they open smoothly. And you look inside, and it's just black. There's depth, like there's something down there, but it is black. Like no light could pierce it.
Okay, we're getting Bobbin for this, and Harold's gonna take Lester and circle him out to the front.
Wait, give me a second. I'm looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
No,
That
okay, I don't
fills
think
me with fear, Cherry.
Don't worry about it. Shut up. Affectionate. Doesn't
I will
work.
not. You cannot silence me.
No, okay. I don't think I can. Yeah, no. Let's keep going then. I was gonna. Well, you know, I could. Give me a second.
Okay.
We don't know. We don't know what you can do because you keep not finishing your sentences.
I know. Okay. Lester pulls out a bell with the inside removed, as always, and he's gonna toss it down.
Okay.
That's terrifying. This is
Is
terrifying.
that it?
Okay.
Is it
It's
just
bashed
okay?
into the void hole.
I hate that.
Audio.
You don't hear a sound of it hitting the bottom.
Okay, we're leaving. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
Harold just grabs Lester, carries Lester under arm, and okay, we're going.
Yep. Lester is incredibly tense.
So is Harold.
By
They
this
go
point,
around
I
the
think
corner
the
and
servo
hit
arrives.
the servo. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
servo.
It's the same thing. Like when Harold and Lester run into each other, it's the same thing, except these two are running into the servo.
Mm-hmm.
This one probably hurts a little bit more because the servo is solid metal, but like,
It's like a punch to the
Like-
gut.
there's the bonk, and then the servo immediately hops up and grabs the edge of Harold's coat, or cloak, to start tugging them toward Bobbin.
Yeah. Harold is just running.
Bobbin, did you continue to go up the stairs?
Yup.
Okay.
Okay.
The second floor
Oh.
opens into a nursery.
Why though? Why though? Alright! Okay! Any more sign of those funky fucking floating eyeballs?
There's a very small cradle, one that rocks. And
God.
there is a changing table, there's a dresser, all of it made out of wood, all of it in that very old Victorian style. There's a rocking chair, and it seems to creak a little as you get into the room. And there are 2 doors. And as you look to the one on your right, you hear a creak. And the previously shut left door is now cracked open.
Alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay.
Okay.
Alright, okay, alright, okay,
Fine,
alright, okay,
fine,
alright.
fine.
There is now the beginnings of lightning sparking around Bobbin's hand.
Okay.
But, other than that, they're gonna slowly proceed toward that left door.
Okay.
It should be noted the lightning is just flavored, there's no, like, lighter sound emitted.
Mm-hmm. Do you open the door any further, or do you just slip inside?
Just very, very carefully poke a head around the door.
There is a rather good-sized children's bedroom. There are 2 beds that have been pushed together. There are nails and wood on the floor around the door's entrance. And there are 2 dolls laying in the beds that are pushed together. One is a sister doll, curled protectively around a smaller child doll that is clutching a much, much smaller children's doll to its chest. Bobbin, these dolls look almost immediately identical to the 2 dolls downstairs.
Oh,
Okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. Bobbin is going to... I'm assuming there's no sign, aside from the dolls, there's no, like, of the floating,
Nope.
white glare. Okay. Gonna ease back from that door and shift over to the other door. Slip the head under again, take a look around.
There appears to be a bedroom meant for probably parents, a master bedroom. There is a large dresser that is open, and there are black, well, you think they're black, it's very dark, and your vision is altered with dark vision. There's sort of cloaks hanging in this open dresser, and there's a trunk at the end of the bed that is cracked open, and there are items in it, familiar sorts of items to you, the sort of basic kit that an adventurer would have. Worn and torn and clearly well used, but out of place. There's another door, but it's also shut.
Does that kit look like the kind of kit that has used?
Who? Who would use?
PECK.
No.
Alright.
Bobbin, before you remove your head from under the doorway, there is a door that is along the right wall, and from it you can hear very faintly the sounds of a shower running.
What? Huh?
That's good. That's good. Okay, that's stealth again.
Mhm.
To move across the room. This is what, 24? Yeah. Move across the room. Very carefully poke a head under that door too.
Okay. My guess is the other 3 are kind of at the entrance of the house now, but Bobbin, you're upstairs and a little deep in it, so it'll be a second. You get to see this. Inside the
Great,
bathroom,
okay.
it is completely dark, but with your dark vision, you can see that there is a clawfoot tub and a shower and a sink and, a usual bathroom setup. And the curtain for the shower is drawn, but with how you know the shadows and your dark vision, you can tell that it's empty. Not only from that, but of course the sound that the shower is running, it doesn't sound like it's hitting anything but the inside of the shower. And on the sink, you can see one of those old-timey razor blades, and it's sort of like in the sink, and there is a dark dripping sludgy pool of liquid in the sink.
Someone went at something with a straight razor. Got it.
Gross.
Hate this. Hate this. Hate this. Hate this.
I'm trying to decide, is this more Resident Evil or is this more PT?
I feel like it's really up to interpretation. I will tell you guys something at the end, so you guys have an idea of how I've been operating this whole time. I will tell you, you guys can leave at any point. You could have just walked past the dollhouse.
Yeah.
But now
Consider
it's
the following.
morbid curiosity.
But listen,
Yeah.
Theo, you made it too interesting.
Made it too interesting.
We'd already walked past the music box. We already walked past the trunk. We had to throw you some kind of bone here.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Oh, I'm just picturing like freaking Harold and Lester finally getting to the door, and Harold just peeking in like, Bobbin! Bobbin! Bobbin!
Bobbin?
Bobbin, there's a weird freaky void basement!
Can Bobbin roll perception?
Oh, goodness. Alright.
To see if Bobbin can hear those two?
I think they can. That's a fucking 25.
Nice. Nice!
So, you hear the children faintly calling.
Slide out the bathroom, back into the bedroom, slide out the bedroom, back into the nursery, go back down the stairs.
As you leave after you leave the bathroom and start slipping out of the bedroom, the sound of the shower stops. And nothing else happens as you go.
Okay. The moment the shower stops, Bobbin sends a mental command to the servo, like, get the kids away from the house. So for the two of you, the servo immediately, like, there's like a pause after you guys call, and then the servo starts trying to shuffle you guys back away from the house.
Wait, why are we? No, we gotta wait for. Harold's just standing there vibrating. You don't want to leave Bobbin.
Bobbin will catch up quickly, it's fine.
He's worried.
Can
I'll run after him.
Can Lester and Harold roll perception for me?
Okay, great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, see? Fear. Look out!
Oh no!
Neither of you notice.
Great, okay.
You can put me down and I can go in. I kind of don't want to. But Bobbin.
Where is Bobbin by this point?
Bobbin, you are probably at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Moving on down the stairs as quickly as stealth can allow. Moving on out the house as quickly as stealth can. Actually, hold on. Turn quickly. Are the dolls still in the hallway?
Yes.
Great, hate that. Alright. So we move on out the house as quickly as it is allowed.
Yeah. Freaking as soon as Bobbin is visible, Harold just
Bobbin?
lets out the biggest sigh of relief and is immediately letting the servo track it back now.
Hey, Bobbin, there's a thing. I think part of the world is broken over there.
There was a basement, and there is a void, and it goes. We dropped
It
something in
worked.
it, and there was no sound.
No, listen, it works, but it's not supposed to.
Tap the mask and very quietly. What do you mean there's a basement? This is on a table.
That's what I thought.
That's the problem. Come on, kid. Harold is starting to scurry around the back of the house.
Carrying me?
Bobbin,
Yes.
I think at this point is moving at full speed, which means they are very slightly faster than you.
Yeah. Freaking go around to the open.
Yeah. I
cellar
threw something
door
in
and
there and
point at
nothing
it.
happened. I threw something in there, nothing
The storm cellar
happened.
doors are shut again.
Harold screeches. Harold screeches and points. We left those open.
Oh,
Okay. They're gonna poke a head under the door. What do they see?
Man, that sure is a table.
Come at the door. Tap the mask. It's the table.
This is from under Harold's arm. Lester's just like grabbing at the door and like, look.
Open the door. Open the cellar door.
Lester, from the way the doors are angled, there is just enough room between the doors and the table for your bell to sit.
What?
Harold
He's
flops
taking that
back
back,
onto
by
the
way.
ground.
No, he's taking that back, by the way.
Alright, enough of this. Bobbin's casting sea invisibility on themselves.
It sure is a table.
Is there, I think I have tech magic.
Harold has too much. He's just lying down on the ground now.
Detect
There's
magic.
So much.
The servo is like trying to like nuzzle against her head and calm you down.
Can I do detect magic?
Sure, you can detect magic. 16. I don't know what that means with detect magic. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't- I'm
You
gonna
don't
be
you
honest,
don't
I
roll
don't
for
either.
detect magic.
Oh, do you
You
not?
don't roll for
Okay.
det- it's just
there was
within
an option
within
here.
30 feet you sense the presence of magic, and if you sense magic like that, you can use an action to see a faint aura around whatever is magic, and then you learn the school.
Okay. Thank you, RJ.
So I'm guessing that servo is magic.
Yeah. This would be what would this be? Probably a mix of hold on. Probably a mix of transmutation and actually no, I think it's just transmutation.
Yeah, fair. Neat.
Is anything to do with Bobbin magic?
There is actually a general aura around Bobbin, because their armor is infused. That is, what would that be? That would be abjuration. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Yeah.
guessing Harold doesn't have anything to do magic-wise?
There is not a single speck of magic in his tiny, dusty body.
Lester, you look at the house, and well, there doesn't appear to be any sort of distinct magic. It almost feels like a hazy black aura, and then the more you seem to like try and figure out, the more you seem to feel like in the area just around you that you guys have stepped foot in. More of this hazy black aura feeling that feels sticky and sludgy and like mud and silt.
I hate this. I don't know what's happening.
This entire place is disgusting.
Mhm.
This entire place is gross. It's
Is Peck even here?
I forgot to mention there is twin auras of divination and transmutation around, specifically their head, from the two spells.
Neat.
Mhm.
Okay.
cool.
Is Peck even here? Like Harold's saying this, he's dropped the brave boy voice. He's just nervous now. I don't want to be here anymore.
We can find Peck and then we're leaving, and then we don't have to touch this place anymore.
I don't even what. Harold's just sitting up and like tugging on his ears.
How many stories
He
are there to
hates
this
this.
house?
How many stories?
Yeah.
There are 3.
Okay.
Well, we haven't even
Also,
gotten to the
I
third story.
love whoever has like the slight knocking noise that was in the background. I've
be me.
decided that is absolutely happening in game, but it's
Oh,
it's a
great.
lot quieter.
Great. Bobbin is gonna use the rope of climbing to get up to the 3rd-story windows and
Mhm.
try and slip a head in, or like look in. So what the fuck is happening on that end?
Mm-hmm. Bobbin, there's a balcony on the 3rd floor, and you can, in fact, climb up it and stand and look inside and slip your head inside, etc., etc. There appears to be a very, very, very dusty attic. And there is a wire bed with a thin pallet on top of it that has a deep indent in it, like something has been sleeping there. And tucked away in between the tiny boxes and everything, the only thing not covered in dust is a baby head with no body.
The same goddamn baby head.
Does the baby head match the indent in the bed?
No.
Okay.
It seems like something much larger than the baby head.
Okay. 1 second while I double check what this is.
Again with the use of the word sleeping, by the way. I don't like that.
I hate this. I'm filled with fear.
Yeah, are you? I wouldn't have guessed.
Hold on. Okay. Alright. Does a 13 hit the baby head?
I don't have stats for the baby head, but I'm gonna assume it does.
Okay, alright. I need d6. Okay. Alright, great.
Great, okay.
Hold on.
A 1.
It takes 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
So destroy it?
No. It smokes and there are scorch marks on it. And you see the baby head's inset eyes sort of seem to flutter from the force of the blow. But then it kind of just rocks back into position and sits there.
Okay. Well that wasn't a nat 1, so I'm gonna assume it hits. It takes another 10 points this time of lightning damage.
Okay.
Destroy it.
No.
From the bottom, Harold's just
Okay.
like, is something happening? Is there something in there?
It is blackened and scorched even more so, and one of the eyes sort of lazily turns to look at you.
Yep, okay, alright.
But you
The
think it's
servo
from the fact
immediately
it's been
starts pulling the kids
destroyed
away.
partially.
Okay. The servo immediately starts pulling the kids away.
I mean, thankfully
Bobbin
the kids
will-
are still on the ground, theoretically.
Yeah, they're still on the ground.
House. Bobbin themselves is climbing back down the rope, gathering up the rope, and moving swiftly over, like, there's nothing.
Are you sure? Like, we...
Yep.
Okay.
Even if there is, I don't really think I want to find out. I don't think
But,
it's
like-
here.
Yeah, Peck
That's
ain't
fair.
here, and that's the main.
Probably would have seen Peck by now. Ugh.
So you guys keep moving?
Yeah, we're going somewhere else.
Leave the house! Leave the house! Flee the house!
So, because the dollhouse takes up most of the table, you guys can, walk in the lawn and hop the fence and be on the other side where there's, like, a clear 6 inches of table. You can walk around in front of the dollhouse to that same area, but there's a clear section where you can stand and survey what's ahead.
Cool, we're gonna
Survey
survey.
we will. Survey we will.
Bobbin, holy shit.
2 11s.
Oh god.
And a 26.
Obby,
Meanwhile, the server gets a 2.
Obby, you left me on the top part of the voice chat.
You left
Sorry.
Cherr all alone.
I'm sorry!
Whatever will
I had to
happen to Cherr?
I had to
Wait,
I had
wait,
to express my emotions with a nickname change.
No,
Hold on,
no.
wait. I can fix this. Can I fix this? Oh no, I can't fix this. I can't change nicknames here. Shit.
Wait.
Pat you very gently, Cherr. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you.
I'm changing my name.
Get thee behind me.
There we go.
Perfect.
Ah!
I'm over here now.
Everybody hide behind RJ.
I am playing the adult.
Servo is bird. That's the big takeaway with that too. Servo is bird. Bird go
Servo is
cheep
bird.
cheep and click clack.
Cheep cheep click clack. Clickety click clack.
With your 2 11s, you two are just so... You are still thinking about that basement, aren't you?
Yes.
And glancing back at that house, there is, rather notably, a large covered mirror and a dresser. More like a, sort of like a makeup stand kind of dresser, where it's got, like, the mirror and then, like, as, like, the back of the dresser. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, a brief, momentary, secondary sort of pause. Hello, Trad. You've come at a great time. Back to your regularly scheduled fear. And so you guys can see the dresser and the mirror, and the dresser is partly uncovered, but the mirror is totally covered. And then there's another trunk, similar to the one you guys had seen before, but in what appears to be blue this time instead of a brown. And it is cracked open, even though it's standing straight up. So it's standing tall on its side, with the door open to help keep it open. Bobbin, you see all of that, and you can also tell that, part of the dresser had its sheet pulled off of it and uncovered. And you can tell that where a very light dusting in comparison to everyone else has fallen over that section, part of it appears to have been scrubbed clean. By very small amounts. Sort of like a Tiny came through and cleaned part of the mirror to get a look at it.
That's what I fucking thought you'd say, you fucking Sableye. Alright.
Also, the trunk that is cracked open, appears to have cloth spilling out of it, just a little.
Is it the same cloth as the dust cloth on the dolls?
Something like that, yeah.
That's what I fucking thought you'd say, fucking Sableye. God damn it. Alright, fine. Does it look like there's any signs of PECK?
Depending on your interpretation, maybe, but also, I feel like at this point, Bobbin, at the very least, is beginning to get a feeling that if PECK was here, they're long gone. And if PECK was never here, you guys have been going on a wild goose chase.
Tap the mask. Don't think PECK's here anymore. If they...
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, what do we do then?
Well, there has to be other areas to check. Maybe PECK's back at home? I don't know.
Possible.
Like, Harold's, like, crossing his arms and, like, doing the nervous foot thumpies again.
Bobbin definitely dodges out the way, well accustomed to this.
Yeah. Sorry, Bobbin.
As much as I don't like this place, I feel even worse just going back and if in case PECK is still somewhere. I mean, maybe not here, but
Where else could we look is the question.
I don't know.
There's more
Maybe they're
areas.
more up?
Of prop storage. Like...
Above your heads, there is the very faint sound that grows louder and louder of the air conditioning kicking on, and there's a rattling of the vents and the fans in the vents.
Harold jumps.
How far are the rafters above?
Does Bobbin look up?
Yes.
Okay. Bobbin, you swear that the ceiling of the prop storage isn't that tall. You know it's not that tall. You swear it's not that tall. And yet it seems to stretch and stretch and stretch, much taller than you're used to.
My kingdom for a fucking dispel magic. Okay. Yeah. Bobbin taps the mask, is just like, we're going in circles. Let's head back. At the very least, get out of this area. Get out of whatever magic is here.
There's magic here. Okay.
Yeah, it's gross too.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, no, we can go back. We can figure out what to do in a safer place.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay.
Do you guys walk back in front of the dollhouse? Or do you try and find a different route?
Well, I mean, we got here on the floor. Let's just climb back down to the floor and head back the way we came.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the plan. Oh. Harold is distinctly in the I'm in maximum comfort zone.
Bobbin is leading the charge. Once again, lightning starting to form around their hand.
Can I have everyone roll perception?
Great,
Sure,
okay, cool.
fucking why not? I'm scared.
Bobbin, oh my goodness. Maximum fucking... Jesus Christ.
Harold, you you don't notice Bobbin and Lester.
Yeah.
As you guys walk by the now shut trunk, tucked between it and boxes, is a very small, disembodied baby head.
Does it have the burn marks? Does it have the burn marks?
There is one single black scorch mark curving over its right ear, and a lazy left eye.
Oh my fucking god. Audio. Well, we're not drawing attention to that.
Can we kill the baby head? Is that an option?
I
If
think it's
Lester is
immortal.
going to pretend that he cannot see it, I would like you to roll deception.
Oh,
With
alright.
advantage, because the servo is gonna be chivying Harold ahead.
I mean, Lester's the one who saw it.
Yeah. That's an 8.
Yeah. Yeah, with advantage, because this is the servo's help action. This is the servo trying to keep never mind.
So with an 8, Lester, despite yourself, your eyes keep getting drawn back to this baby head that you know you've seen before. You know you've seen it before. It is, other than these 2 changes in it, exactly the same as the one you saw before. And it is sitting immaculately clean amongst the thick dust on the floor.
Oh, he's just, I don't think he can, like, move on right now. He's just looking at it. He's, like, really stiff.
The servo is gonna double back and pull at your cloak.
Yeah, let's go, please.
Harold didn't see it. Harold is wherever we're going. We're
Does Bobbin just follow?
Yep. Bobbin is watching Bax.
That lazy eye seems to follow you, Bobbin.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
As
Quick
you all...
glance over the shoulder to make sure none of the kids are watching. That's, what is that? That's 6 or a 9? Doesn't matter either way, it's a success. Pulls out from their hammer space a sign. But this isn't a sign that anyone else has seen. This is a sign with a particular middle finger emoji, and they hold it up with the baby head as they walk away.
Bobbin, you watch the lazy eye seem to drift away from looking at you. Until it's simply staring straight ahead.
Oh yes, the power of making this no longer kid-friendly.
I do not see. So do you guys just walk straight out the way you came?
Yeah, why?
If
are you
at
asking?
all
Like, no,
possible.
We're going,
Yes.
we're leaving.
We're leaving. We're leaving. Can I just make a general perception check for like any signs of PECK? I don't know. I'm just
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Nice. It should be noted, if there's any creatures on the ethereal plane, like, I don't know, a ghost, Bobbin can see those too.
Well,
oh yeah, because of the
Bobbin,
sea invisibility.
you watch the aura that, without your notice, had pervaded the whole area seem to melt away as you guys seem to step back from that dark, dreary, and oh so quiet place into more familiar territory as light and color and sound seem to come rushing back like ink and water. And all of you see PECK, exceedingly worried, flying around, seeming to be looking for something, or someone, or someones.
Oh, point, Larry above, PECK.
Freaking. If nobody stops Harold, Harold's gonna run over to PECK and give hug.
I mean,
That's so
PECK is
fucking valid.
flying. But
The
PECK...
server will, like, shoot up, get attention.
Peck obviously just stops mid-flight and stares at the servo, seems to catch sight of you guys and hear you guys. And just, there's relief painted over every inch of Peck as they fly down and land on the ground and start coming towards you guys. A lot more faster and more frantic than you're used to seeing Peck.
Hug.
Oh.
Hugged.
Me too,
Bobbin
me
is
too, me
still-
too.
Bobbin is still staring back the way that they just came, like, what the fuck? Might, like, do a little bit in, out to see where the fucking boundary of this thing is.
It melts back and forth until it's almost disorienting. As Peck is kind of checking over both Harold and Lester, like patting them down and looking them over and just...
Where'd you go? We were looking for you and we couldn't find you, and then there was a creepy dollhouse and there was a baby
so
head.
There was so much, everything happened all the time, and it's, oh god.
Peck looks at you and looks at Bobbin and looks at you guys, and they're like, what are you talking about? You guys have been gone all night. I went to go...
We were looking for you!
I went to go get some more paper for maps, and I came back, and everyone was talking about how you guys went looking for me, and just went missing, and no one could find you?
Shuffle over to Peck. Pat on the foot, gesture to follow, and then take Peck to the boundary.
Peck follows. They look very confused, and they look at the area you guys just came from, and they look back at you, Bobbin, and they're like, what? It's more
Take
of
him
the...
past the boundary into the spooky zone.
To the ski zone.
Into the spooky zone.
Spooky zone.
Peck.
Spooky
Peck,
zone TM.
Peck watches, but you just watch their face seem to turn into one of uncomprehending and confusion.
I'm
Tap the mask. You don't see it?
It's more of the storage room. I was going. I went in there the other day. There it was a bunch of props for the holidays coming up that they do the loud parties for, and some estate sale stuff like papers that I was taking for map paper.
Lester's looking between Harold and Peck and Bobbin and like, oh, okay.
Casting message, but instead of using words, it's going to be just an image of what the boundary like immediately melts into when you step over it.
Bobbin, Peck takes this, and they send back what essentially they are looking at. So you get an image of yourself and like the kids out of the corner of their vision. And you just see a perfectly normal looking storage area. Sure, there's the unfamiliar boxes there, but it's not at all like what you guys walked into.
Oh, we're great. We're cursed.
Is the
Oh,
baby
how
head
did
visible
we
from
get
here?
cursed?
Is the baby head visible from here?
No, it was tucked away.
It was okay. Oh, that's
Okay, Bubba's gonna do something slightly reckless and head back toward the baby head, under the assumption the Peck will follow.
Peck starts to follow.
Freaking, you guys start going in. Harold's like, wait, don't go alone. Okay. It's starting to run after.
wait. Okay.
Did they re-find the baby head where it was tucked away?
The baby head is gone.
Hmm.
Does anyone want to roll perception?
Yes. Harold is
Incredibly so.
searching.
I'm using my inspiration on this because that was a nat one.
Okay.
So it's another 26.
Harold, you don't see anything. I'm gonna roll for Peck. What's
got
their
an 8.
+5? Okay. They see everyone else looking around, and they look around, and they don't see anything. They don't understand why everyone's so frantically looking. But, Lester, Bobbin, you see up on top of the boxes, right at the boundary line, actually over it, on the studio side, there is a small, disembodied baby head with a black mark over its right ear. It's on top of the boxes. It's like 3 or 4 boxes high, so it's 30 to 40 feet.
That's still within range. Okay, that hits. That's not a net 1. That's a D10 and a D6. Yeah, this thing has a fucking range of 90 feet and a long range of 300. Of course I'm attacking it.
I don't... Oh.
Just immediately shoots off lightning at it.
Peck
Does that
yelps.
draw the other's attention to it?
Peck yelps, and the baby head goes flying deeper into the studio, out of your view. The faint smell of burnt hangs in the air.
Tap the mask. That's someone else's problem. Okay, let's go.
Peck just points at where the baby head was, and they're like, "What did you? What?
I think on the way back, with egregious casting of message, Robin's gonna fill Peck in on what all happened.
And Peck, the whole way, understand, but also vehemently sends back their own trip the other day, where the trunks were all shut, the dollhouse was pale and not at all looking like the drab and dreary thing it was when you saw it, and the door was shut. And the whole area seems almost entirely inverted in Peck's point of view versus yours.
What is happening?
We stepped into a mirrorverse. Alright.
I hate this. Every being.
Well, we found Peck. Mission successful, kids.
Yeah, you know what?
You guys make it back to Hobotown without incident.
Cool.
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
Harold is so freaked out. Just hold Lester. Hug.
Hey,
hug.
Hey, Harold.
Oh, no.
I'm going to assume that you forget about them for a good while until you're alone again back at your house.
Oh, no.
Do you remember those flowers you picked?
Oh, no.
This is why we don't take things from Silent Hill.
Okay,
Oh my god.
They're in his hammer space. Okay, I'm gonna... He remembers them and he slowly sweats. Okay, he pulls them out.
There's one on the hat as well.
Oh yeah, there's just one on the hat that he's still wearing.
Does he take the hat off?
Yes!
The daisy seems to be unchanged, if only somehow become rooted in that little metal Monopoly hat.
What?
The other flowers, the poppies and the roses, all seem to have withered, but there's growth. Thin, tendrily roots, even as the flowers' colors have faded and they seem to almost dry out, like a real flower would do. Does he do anything with them?
I don't know. He's just staring at this like, ugh.
I would like to remind you that Bobbin has a furnace.
Fucking Harold's by himself in his house right now.
You can keep them.
I'm rolling a D2. Oh, Peck, Harold. put my head in my hands over Harold's hoarding instincts. Okay.
Oh no, 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 no.
He's
Okay.
keeping them. Just shoving all the flowers in the metal top
Why?
hat and leaving it on a shelf somewhere. Okay, we can worry about that later.
Nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad will come from this, huh?
When I said it was someone else's problem, I didn't mean for it to be Harold's.
No, no, it should. Obby, I love you dearly, but this is a mistake.
I know this is a mistake, but this is in character and Harold is not smart.
Is he gonna like just forget that they're there, or
Probably.
I'm sure
The next time
I'm
the Bobbin is
sure.
at Harold's house and sees those, they're taking them to put them in the furnace.
I'm sure it'll come back around on its own time.
Cool, great.
Yeah, the baby head can be dealt with when it gets dealt with. That's someone else's problem for now, though.
Man, Harold's just gonna be so cursed, isn't he?
Yes.
This is the game where Harold gets cursed. Great!
I feel
Fantastic!
I feel like before we do everyone else's individual wrap-ups of what they take away from this, I'm just going to, just for Jazz, as a treat for later, for everyone to scream at Jazz about, I feel like there's a cut, and the camera comes back to the baby head sailing through the air, slightly scorched, and it lands, and it rolls, and it rolls, and it rolls, and it comes to stop right at the feet of one very, very small astronaut. And then the camera cuts to everyone else and what they're doing. We have already gotten what Harold took away from this. What is left with Lester and Bobbin after this adventure?
Okay. So, it was brought up before. I don't know if we ever said anything out loud about it, but it was brought up before. It's getting colder. It's, autumn and winter months. So, as bugs do, bugs should be sleeping. I think Lester can't. I mean, he tries, and maybe he does fall asleep a few times because he has to. But whenever he does, there's like that damn baby head. So he ends up spending a lot more time actually out and about than he should be, even more than he would normally in the summer. So,
Bugged boy.
Bugged boy's a little bit bugged.
Harold's gonna grab you and they're gonna self-carry you. Sleepover time.
I came into this like, hey, Lester's gonna be brave about everything and it will be fine. That didn't happen.
No.
And I think afterward he is still trying to be brave about it. Like nothing happened. No, I'm just gonna forget about that. But it's like
grabs you, sleepover.
We'll see if that works out.
Because I do not think Harold's gonna be sleeping well either, so they're both just keeping like, okay. Man.
Bobbin. When you get back to your workshop, whenever you do, sitting on your work table, is a very small for a tiny to use doll. And it looks a lot like the doll that child was holding.
Oh my fucking god, audio.
I hate this.
First thought, how the fuck did they get in here? This is a piece of paper to most people. Second thought, I'm not dealing with this. Immediately throws it in the furnace.
Okay.
Yeet.
I'll make a note of that.
Okay, neat. Cool. I don't know what's happening.
Does Bobbin do anything else? What does Bobbin take away from this?
Well, Bobbin, Bobbin definitely checks up on Harold and Lester. Probably finds the top hat and flowers and takes those to toss them in the furnace too.
My
But
consequences!
the hypervigilance is kicked up into insane gear for a while. Because it was already in high gear. Works a little bit harder on defenses. Sleeps less than they already did, which already wasn't much.
Oh boy.
And is that about it?
Until something happens, all they can do is prepare. So they do.
Okay. If any of you were to wander by or even dare to go back, you would find sitting at the border, safely inside, tucked away, just enough where the viewer who knows what they're looking for can see. You can see a small doll wearing a small metal hat with a white daisy in its brim, holding a bouquet of black thorny roses and red poppies. And nothing else seems to come of it. For now.
Cool. Hate that. I hate that so much.
Yep.
No, thank you. I don't think, nope.
Cool.
No.
Neat. I don't know what's
That's the end
happening.
of our game!
Not really.
Well, yeah.
Not really. Not this is nope. Man, I'm so on edge still.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but I feel pretty relaxed.
Do you?
Yeah.
Man.
I have like a
Man.
headache.
I would like to tell you guys something.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it in the recording. I need you guys to know that other than some of the basic things I wanted you guys to see, and the fact that I read one of the starter adventures for the Curse of Strahd.
Oh,
I
no.
knew I recognized that!
This game
Oh,
was
no.
entirely improv.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All
job.
of the descriptions,
Nice.
everything was improv.
Nice.
So you guys did fucking amazing, and I'm so proud of you guys.
Oh,
And I
that's
hope you had the
that's so
shit
cool.
scared out of you.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm
Arya.
terrified, and I can't wait to hear the consequences of bringing flowers back, even though they were burned.
My hand is shaking. That's fine.
Yoo-hoo.
But
That was
yes.
very cool, though. That was very good.
Okay, as freaked out as I am / was, this was incredible. Like genuinely, I really adored this.
Hell yeah, mad props, man.
Yee.
All right.
That was so good.
If everyone can say goodbye to the recording, we can all migrate, and everyone else can yell at me as well.
Yay!
Bye,
Okay,
listeners.
well, bye, listeners.
Bye.
Current and
Bye.
future. Farewell. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye. Watch out for
Farewell.
creepy dolls.
Farewell. Alvita, say goodbye.
Adieu.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for listening, whether it be live or later. I hope you all had the heck scared out of you, the peck scared out of you, and Peck is very
Yay!
confused. Have a good evening,
Extremely
a good
confused.
night, and goodbye.